Hi scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am here today with my very first layout with the July Clique Kits Carpe Diem kit. And for this one, I really liked those three papers that I'm kind of playing around with. There's like a yellow houndstooth and then kind of like a teal blue, medium blue that has polka dots and plus signs on it. And then there's also a triangle one, and I really loved all three of those ones, and so I wanted to kind of incorporate them into the layout. Now also I was kind of going off of an inspiration piece from the Crafty Maven giveaway. I will insert a picture at the end so that you can kind of see where I got my inspiration from. But then I also got the inspiration from Lisa, who is Maggie My Low. She posted on Monday, which was 2 days ago, for the Crafty Maven Getaway channel, so you can go and look her up. And her idea was to kind of take the inspiration piece and focus on where it was all ending up. Everything ended up in the left hand corner, and so that's kind of where I got my inspiration from for this. So I recently bought these watercolors at Michael's, and they're just I've been seeing a lot of people using these, and I've been eyeing them, and finally I had like a 40% off coupon or something, and I was like, I'm just gonna buy them. So they ended up being like only $3 or something like that, which isn't too bad, and they seem to be pretty nice watercolors. So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna do this. So I decided to pull out one of my brushes, and I'm getting a cup of water. And so what I'm gonna do is use that black and white striped background, and I'm just going to do like a circular motion. I'm gonna start it up in the left hand corner and then just kind of bring it down a little bit more. And I started to use a different blue color, and then I decided, oh, I don't really like that. I liked the one that was more green than blue, so I went back to it. So here I'm just kind of incorporating some more circular lines and things. And then I'm going to dump out the water, and then I'll come back, and I think that I set the paper aside, and I'm going to kind of work and play around with layering the papers behind the photo. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just cutting off all of the branding strips, and I really just love the bright blue and the bright yellow. Those two colors together just look really nice. So here I am going to mount it on this yellow houndstooth, and I'm kind of doing it all wonky. I didn't want it to be able to, like, I just wanted kind of wonky layers. Like, I don't know. If you guys watch Hannah Lemieux, I just absolutely love how she does her layering. And so I was trying to kind of mimic and channel Hannah Lemieux here. So yeah. You are my inspiration, Hannah. Anyway, sorry, it's late and yeah, I need to go to bed. Okay, so I cut that one blue piece of paper a little too short, but luckily the other half of that one was long enough, so I'm just going to mount it on that one kind of askew, and then I'm going to mount it onto this triangle paper. This triangle paper is my favorite paper from the kit. I absolutely love and adore this paper, but I didn't get an add-on paper for July, and even if I had, the kit didn't come with the same papers for the add-on as it did in the actual kit. Like, they were completely different papers in the add-on paper kit, if that makes sense. So yeah, anyway, so even if I had bought it, it wouldn't have mattered because there was only one of these papers. And okay, there, while I was blabbering on, sorry, I kind of cut the paper at an angle. I don't know why I did that, but I did. And so I was kind of like, well, that kind of sucks because then it looked kind of silly. So here I'm cutting apart this cut apart sheet and trying to think of things that I can layer onto the photo so that that like angle up there that's in the right hand side and now it's in the left hand side, the bottom left, so that it won't look so weird and awkward. So I'm thinking I'm going to put that little tag there, and it just said, "Gotta love this." And then there was this branding strip that said the story of today, and I'm going to make that into a banner. I'm just going to cut little pieces out of it to make it into a banner. And then I'm thinking that I'm going to put those two there in the bottom of at the bottom of the photo and then do the title underneath all of that. So that's kind of my thought process right now. This purple paper, it's tissue paper. It came in the kit. It's what was like layered on top of the paper or whatever. I don't know how to explain it. But anyway, it came in my kit. And so I was like, well, Jonas's favorite color is purple. I need to have purple on this layout somewhere. So that was perfect that that just happened to come in the kit. So I'm going to use that and I'm just going to back it behind all of those paper layers. And I'm not sure what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, I was thinking there was too much yellow all around the same area, and especially because I knew I wanted to use my yellow alpha. I think they're from Kessie Art, and I think that's what I'm over here going to grab or something. No, I don't know what I was doing, sorry. So here I'm gluing down those two pieces, and then I'm going to glue down the mat with the photo and everything, and I'm going to kind of angle it so that the photo isn't straight. And here is where I pull out the alpha that I'm going to use. So I really like this alpha. Oops, I'm sorry. That was my phone. I really like this alpha. It's fun because it's got like the capital and the lowercase, but then within the capital, it also has like a smaller capital, like if that makes any sense. Like you can see there that I wrote like a capital L and then the next letter is a capital A, but it's smaller. And I thought, oh, that would be kind of fun to make it a little wonky. But then I don't remember why I changed my mind, but I do end up changing my mind. So here I'm trying to use that diagonal black and white stripe alpha. Sorry, I just said that. I should not be doing this late. Anyway, that alpha did not work, so I'm just using the lowercase for the words day and of, and then I'm going to write out school with these uppercase. And I try using the smaller uppercase as well, but I just don't really end up liking the way that looks. So I'm going to totally scratch that idea and just do all of the bigger letters. No, wait, I don't do all the bigger letters because I didn't have enough of the letter L. And so I am going to use the lowercase letter H, but the big one, if that even makes sense, and then the lowercase letter A, but just the bigger A. And I had kind of a hard time with that alpha. Some of them wanted to come off and some of them didn't. So that was kind of frustrating. So here I am thinking, okay, there's way too much yellow. This alpha is way too yellow. I can't have it be right next to those two tags that are yellow. So I'm just kind of using my dauber and making them a little bit blue. I use the Heidi Swap teal ink pad. So I'm just placing it down on this black line, and I'm not making them perfect. I had a problem with my Y. It completely came off, and so I wasn't very happy about that. So I had to use my Tombow aqua glue. And then here I'm going to place of down first because I want it in a certain place. And then I'm going to start putting down the word school. I'm going to completely change, well, I mean, not completely, I'm just going to move it down a little bit because it ends up that the H is hitting too high on that, the word day. So I'm going to move all of that stuff down a little bit. So now I am done with this title, and I need to go about with my embellishing. So I have these enamel, they're like enamel dots, but it's like a key shape and then it's a bunch of triangles. Here I was just kind of using that sponge dauber and putting a little bit of the teal on the papers around the photo. Then I'm going to put down these pink triangles in a couple different areas. And I had a couple flare that came with the kit, so I'm going to use one of those. And then there were some transparencies and then also some Project Life cards and these, I don't even know what to call those that I'm looking at right now, just like some journaling cards. And I ended up really liking that pink journaling card. So I'm going to kind of play around with all of these. I'm not really sure exactly what I want. I do have a story that I want to tell with this photo. And so I'm thinking that I really like that bigger area for the journaling on that card that I have by the photo right now. I'm thinking I should use one of those keys, but it just doesn't look right. So here I am just going to stick down this journaling card, and I think I'm gonna glue down that flare button, and that button just says dream it, wish it, do it. Here I'm thinking it looks a little bit bare right next to where I put the flare badge, and so I'm going to put this piece of paper up there. I just cut it into a banner shape. If you watch my videos, you know that I absolutely love banners. I use them a lot. And now I'm thinking I am going to do my journaling. So I'm just going to put the date on there, which was 6/4/2015. It says underneath that, it says documented by, and then I wrote mom. Then I also have this, I think that's from Studio Calico. It's a rotary date stamp, but it has next to the date, it has the words like epic and documented and a bunch of other things. And I thought I could use the word epic because in that little box it says today. And I wasn't really sure what to do with that box, so I just stamped the word epic a few times. Here I'm using this little rectangular box where I am going to write out Jonas's name, just so we know who this is in this photo, even though we know who it is. If people, get a hold of this scrapbook in the future, like I don't know, 30, 40, 50 years down the future. Well, probably longer than that because I'm sure Jonas will be alive for a while. So then they'll know who this is. Okay, anyway, sorry, that was kind of a long explanation. So now I'm deciding that I'm going to put his middle name down as well, because after I wrote out Jonas, there was like a ton of room after that. So I'm writing out Quentin, and then I end up moving Jonas over because there's just a ton of room to the left. And then I'm going to put a blue triangle in between Jonas Quentin. So now I'm going to do the journaling, and the journaling was just about how he was sad about the last day of school because he wouldn't be able to see his friends every day. And so I gave him a piece of paper that had all of his friends' names on it and all of his classmates and everything. And he took it to school and had them write down their numbers if they knew their phone numbers so that we could, he could call them during the summer if he wanted to play and hang out with them. So that made him a little bit more happy. So that's just what the journaling is about. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time journaling, and then that's the end of this layout. You will notice in the photos that I kind of changed it around after I stopped recording. So the photos look a little bit different than what you see here right now, and that's just because I kind of just got looking at it and just wanted to kind of change a few things around. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope that you have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye.